remember it like it was yesterday. Mizzou football was coming off back-to-back SEC championship game appearances, and they were proving that they belonged in the SEC. Then, the best coach in Missouri history, Gary Pinkel, got sick and suddenly retired. Personally, I was at his last home game, and that was a sad moment. They bring in future NFL starter and SEC record holder Drew Lock at quarterback, but Mizzou consistently underachieved and just wasn't any fun to watch, like literally at all. Barry Odom was a good guy, but he just wasn't the man to coach Mizzou football and keep them at the pace they were going. Going into the 2020 season, the Tigers are now trending up, recruits are buying into the program, and all because of one man named Eliah Drinkwitz. New Zoo is the hashtag that Drinkwitz has brought to the program, and I truly do believe he's going to turn Mizzou football back into a respectable program and maybe even get them back to the SEC championship. That's a huge maybe. Today's video is a nice change of pace from my typical videos, and I want to do more stuff like this, but I really need you guys to support these videos so I can make more of them, so be sure to smash that like button, share them with your friends, and flood the comment section with unique video ideas and topics I can do next. Before we talk about Drinkwitz and the New Zoo, we get to go back through a quick summary of what happened in Mizzou football and why it became so boring to watch to begin with. Let's get started. I knew from the very beginning that Barry Odom was not the coach to keep Mizzou football relevant, but he was a former player, he was a coordinator on the staff, and many saw him as a safe hire. He went 4-8 in his first year, including blowing every big game he played. They then went 1-5 in 2017, but they miraculously turned things around and went 7-5 before a loss to Texas in the Texas Bowl. Once again, they didn't beat a good team though, and no team with a winning record. 2018 was supposed to be a huge year for Barry and Mizzou, but they made a ton of errors in their loss to Georgia. They blew a lead and had horrible coaching decisions against South Carolina, got killed by Alabama, and lost literally the most heartbreaking game I've ever watched to Kentucky. The team did not complete a first down the entire second half and literally gave up a game-winning touchdown. Barry would get his marquee win on the road against Florida, but they then blew another game to Oklahoma State in their bowl game. The trend was that Barry could never win big games against decent teams, and I guess that was okay at the time because he was still making bowls and beating the teams that he should beat. Well, that actually changed in 2019. Mizzou was super hyped up going into the 2019 season, with Clemson transfer Kelly Bryant at quarterback, but their stupid bowl ban was looming over their heads. They opened up the season on the road against Wyoming, and yep, they lost. They would go on to win their next 5 games, but not one of those teams would end up making a bowl game. Mizzou got into the top 25, and then proceeded to play the worst game I've ever seen them play to Vanderbilt, and they lost that game. That was when the fan base and me gave up on him, and the season had basically become a wash. He followed it up with a loss to Kentucky, a blowout loss to Georgia, a home loss to Florida, and a loss to Tennessee. They went from 5-1 and ranked in the top 25 to 5-6 with 5 straight losses to arguably the 5 best teams they played all year. They would finish the year with a win against Arkansas, but I was honestly hoping they would just lose so we could get a new coach. Mizzou barely beat the Razorbacks, arguably the worst team in the SEC, but there would be no bowl game to go to even though they went 6-6. A lot of good players such as Drew Lock, Jordan Elliott, Jamon Moore, Emmanuel Hall, Cale Garrett, Nick Bolton, and Demarie Crockett, I could go on for days, were wasted during Odom's tenure, and it was truly time for a new coach. Before we talk about Drinkwitz though, please drop a video suggestion down in the comment section. I really want to do more videos like today's, but I really need your help to come up with ideas. If you comment something, I will 100% consider it and likely do it. All you gotta do is comment. Luckily, Mizzou hired my favorite young coach in the country, and his name is Eliah Drinkwitz. Eliah grew up in Arkansas and would go into coaching immediately after college. He coached under Gus Malzahn at Auburn, Brian Harsin at Boise State, and David Doran at NC State before he became the head coach of Appalachian State. In his first year at App State, they managed to knock off both South Carolina and North Carolina, and he led the Mountaineers back to the Sun Belt Championship game, and he went 12-1. Some can argue that he had Scott Satterfield's players, but he took his players, made them better, and won more games than he did before. So in my opinion, that proves he can coach, and he can keep things consistent. I'm actually going to make a video about the rise of Appalachian State football really soon, so if you're new, subscribe for that, and if you're already subscribed, be sure to turn on post notifications so you don't miss that. Drinkwitz was originally offered the head coaching job at Arkansas, but Mizzou made a better case, and he accepted the job at Missouri. Eli is one of the youngest head coaches in college football, and he began his quest to save Mizzou almost immediately. His first recruiting class wasn't anything special, but he got a few big guys near signing day, and he didn't even have much time to recruit, so I was happy with what he did. He did go viral for landing a recruit though. In case you guys didn't see it, Mizzou landed a kid named Ennis Rakestraw, and Alabama really wanted this guy. Oh my God! Oh my God! Yes! What? Wow! Yes! Yes! Oh! Yes! Yes! Woo! Give me! Yes! Woo! Yes! What? 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 Yes! Eli landed him and proceeded to run around the office screaming and shouting in excitement. A lot of people clowned on him for that because Ennis was only a 3-star recruit, but he posted a picture with Nick Saban the week before, and any kid that Bama wants is a big get for any program. Plus, if a coach is willing to show that much passion about a 3-star recruit, it proves he really cares about his players and sees potential in everyone. He then began to use the hashtag #NewZoo and would consistently show his passion for his players and the school on social media. Mizzou has never been a school that recruits well, but if you look at 24/7's rankings, the Tigers currently sit at 24th, and just a few weeks ago, they were as high as 17th. They have a decent number of 4-star recruits, including a quarterback named Tyler Macon, who recently blew up at the Elite 11 quarterback camp. They have some really good junior college talent, and a lot of kids who are flying under the radar. Recruits now think it's cool to play for Drinkwitz, and Mizzou has become an appealing place to play again. Drinkwitz may look nerdy, but he has charisma and swag that makes any high school kid want to play there. Mizzou typically finishes 12th or 13th in the SEC in recruiting every year, and right now they're sitting at 7th. He's earned respect from his other SEC coaches and fans for his charisma and an element of swag that he brings to the game and to every interview he has. He was recently asked about what it's like to play in a stadium without fans, and he talked about how he coached in the Sun Belt, and a lot of people found that funny. Since I am a diehard Mizzou fan, I could talk all day about Drinkwitz and what he is doing for Mizzou football, but to keep it short and simple, he is making Missouri a cool place to play football again, and with the style of offense he has, it should be a really fun team to watch. He has totally tried to rebrand the school into an SEC one, and he said that Mizzou is a ticking time bomb. I really do pray we get college football this fall for thousands of reasons, but the main one is because I want to see what he can do as a coach at Mizzou, and we have a pretty favorable schedule this year, but we'll just have to wait and see. I really hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and I hope it was a nice change of pace from my player story ones. I really want to do more videos like this, but I need you guys to give me ideas to build off of. If you are a fan of Eli and the #NewZoo, be sure to smash that like button and drop a comment of how you think he'll end up doing. If you are new to the channel, be sure to subscribe and help me reach 4K subscribers by the end of August. If you're still here, check out my video about what happened to former Mizzou star Blaine Gabbert and my other college football videos. Until next time though, peace.